Welcome back to the Queen A.K.A. Misty Show. And the reason that I'm not on camera is because I have my friend Raleigh here who we're going to talk to today. And so, Raleigh, welcome to the Queen A.K.A. Misty Talk Show.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. My name is Riley Braswell. I'm a very good friend of Yvette's. I'm a little over 50 years old. I work in marketing, and she said she has some questions to ask me today, and I'm very interested in what she has to ask me, and I'll give it my best shot.
Good. I'm so happy to have you here. I really am. Now, we was talking about 5 reasons she or he hates your sperm. Okay? And what I wanted was a male perspective of your reaction to a woman coming to you and saying some of these things about your sperm. Like if she came to you and said, we just had sex and your sperm was too little, and that comes from masturbating too much, how would you react to that?
I don't think I would be offended. I don't know if a short sperm is going to cause a low sperm count to come out. I mean, I'm sure it might. I'm not really sure how that works. But no, I really wouldn't be offended at all. Not at all.
According to the doctors on this topic, they're saying that when a man masturbates too much, then by the time he's ready to have sex, he doesn't have much sperm left.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's what the doctor said, I'm not going to argue with the doctor.
Okay, so we just talked about too little sperm, right? So now if we have too much sperm, which means you haven't masturbated in a while, and she's like, listen, you just filled me up with so much sperm, what's the deal here? Because that could be a turnoff for women or a man. I have to say that because...
Right. Well, these are some really interesting questions. These are questions that I've never even thought of or ever been asked before. But I would imagine that too little sperm or too much sperm, I mean, I'm sure there most likely are some, like you said, some either scientific or some biological reason why that happens. But I don't think I would be offended either way. But I did have a thought that came to me that said too little sperm probably would make me think about it a little bit. You know what I mean? It could be a thing pertaining to masturbation because I do masturbate. You know what I mean? That is something that I do. So if that would occur, so it could be that particular situation. But the too much doesn't bother me, but the too little, that brought a couple thoughts to my head. But
okay, so if she said that it was too much sperm, yeah, I'm going to stay on this subject for a second. If she says it was too much sperm, would you be willing to masturbate more so it wouldn't be so overwhelming when you do deal with a woman?
well, masturbation is a thing that occurs when I'm in the mood to masturbate. But I don't think that I would allow a female to determine how much or how little I masturbate, because masturbation comes in at a time where my mind and my body says, okay, this is what you feel like doing that particular day. But I wouldn't allow anybody to put a control measure on that, because that's more or less a feeling or a mood that I'm in. But no, I wouldn't let nobody put a control factor on that. No.
Okay, so we can move on to the next one. If she says that your sperm is too yellow,
Mm-hmm.
and would you be willing to investigate the fact that it's too yellow in her opinion? Would you want to go into it more in depth? Because if your semen is a darker yellow, it could be a problem with your prostate. Would you listen to her and investigate that?
Well, that I would definitely listen to.
Okay.
Because anything that could possibly be connected to the prostate, especially in black men, that does present a problem nowadays. Because I understand a lot of black men do have prostate problems.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't mind investigating that or going to a doctor, because that's a sensible thing that you should have checked out anyway. If it's too yellow, and if they do connect it, or if it has been connected with problems with your prostate, yeah, that's more than worthy of being checked out.
Okay. Would you be willing to listen to a woman if she says, listen, your sperm tastes weird or it smells kind of funny, and there's actually no group that is going to say, well, we have a tasting test to see how it's supposed to taste or how it's not supposed to taste. Does that bother you if a woman says, listen, your sperm tastes kind of funny?
Let me see. That's a pretty good question. It's kind of a weird question. Well, first of all, I would like to know, what is she comparing it to?
That's a good answer.
That she would say it tastes funny. It tastes funny as compared to what? So, the only thing I can really say about that is,
I like that answer.
My interest would be, well, just what exactly is she comparing it to that it tastes funny? So maybe she has a couple taste avenues to choose from. So that would invoke some interest and some questions in my mind.
Yeah.
Because how many sperms is she tasting? That we're now dealing with a taste test here. You know what I mean? Come on now, let's be realistic. You know?
How you doing? Okay.
How you doing? I'm doing fine, as far as best I can tell.
Now, the last one. It says that your sperm may be too chunky. It may be like yogurt or cottage cheese. Now, she's telling you, you know, I'm chewing here. You know, how would you react to that? And before you answer, one of the doctors say this could be just a hydration problem. If it comes out too thick, it could be just a hydration problem.
You know, you really blow my mind with these questions. I'm trying to answer them the best I can. Too chunky of a sperm. How would I refer to that? Well, that's never happened to me. I can't honestly say how I would react to it, but I don't really think it would be anything I would immediately be concerned with unless it repeated itself over and over again.
But in my opinion, wouldn't you know, being that you are a masturbator, wouldn't you know if it's chunky, if it comes out in your hand chunky?
Well, that's like I already said I never really experienced like these questions that you're asking me. They're very good questions too, by the way. But if it turned up chunky, I don't think that I would need her to tell me to investigate it, because if it is an irregular occurrence or something that's like, wow, this is really different, I would be willing to investigate that myself.
So if it came out chunky and in your hand, would you still have sex with a woman right after? And you know it's chunky, would you still have sex?
Well, I wouldn't know it was chunky until she told me, first of all.
But if you're a masturbator, you would know.
Oh, if it came out of my hand?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I would check it out. Yeah, if it came out of my hand.
So you wouldn't have the sex, you would investigate it first, or?
Yeah, it's worth it checking out because it never happened before.
Okay.
So if it came out different, then maybe there's something different going on in my system. Could be something I ate, could be something I drank, it could be hydration, like you said, I don't know. But if I experienced that, a big change like that, it's willing to investigate. Yes, it is.
Let me tell you something. I am so happy that you got on my show. Finally. I really am. And I want to thank you for being with me. And I think your personality and your responses were fantastic.
Well, Mrs. Yvette, I enjoyed being on your program too. I wasn't prepared for the questions, but I kind of like the fact that I wasn't prepared, because therefore I could give you a spontaneous answer without any preparation. So it's been a pleasure being here.
So everybody, this is Raleigh, and I want you to put your hands together. I can't hear you, but I know I can feel you applauding Raleigh, and he is my second live guest on my show, and I really, really appreciate you. So thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure, y'all. Peace.